We're all going on a European tour, a European tour, a European tour. We're all going on a European tour, but I've got to travel further because I live in Canada. I didn't eat, I didn't really sleep thinking about this game, and only within the last hour or so I've actually been able to have some food and have my first meal of the day, and it's nearly 5 o'clock in the afternoon here in Canada. But the reason for that is because I had nerves about the game. West Ham United have beaten West Bromwich Albion 3-1 at the Hawthorns, meaning that West Ham are mathematically, or really technically, going to be playing in Europe next season. The only way that West Ham can now lose out on at least 7th place is if Everton beat Manchester City by at least 9 goals, which has a very slim chance of happening. So I'm really elated that West Ham are going into Europe. Not only have we qualified, but we've broken some records in the process. Most wins in a Premier League season, now with our 18th win, and most points recorded in a Premier League season with 62. David Moyes has taken West Ham from relegation candidates to Europe within 12 months. This is an outstanding achievement for the players and for the manager and for the fans. I really couldn't be any happier. It's fully deserved. Okay, before I get too carried away, I need to do the aftermath video, so let's get into team lineups. It was a good team for West Ham. I got to say, it was very pleasing to see that Moyes was being very bold in his team selection. Benrahma started, and deservedly so. It was initially Fabiański in goal, Sofal, Cresswell fullbacks, Ogbonna, Dawson centre-backs, Rice, Souček defensive mid-pair, Fornals, Benrahma and Lingard in midfield, and Antonio up top on his own. Fabiański sustained a knee injury while he was taking a kick in the warm-up before the game, and that meant that Darren Randolph had to go in goal with Nathan Trott on the bench. Wasn't too fussed about that, in all honesty. It is a blow that Fabiański's injured again, but Randolph is a reliable backup at least. On another note, we have to invest into a goalkeeper this summer. X tweeted some hint at Johnston possibly signing because he's a Will Salthouse client. So I don't know. But yeah, we need to get a goalkeeper in the summer. Moving on to that team lineup, like I say, really good starting 11. And it was a good team to put out for this game. Less than a minute had gone when West Ham got a penalty. Michail Antonio ran towards goal. Sam Johnston bumped into Antonio. Referee gave a penalty that Declan Rice stepped up to take. Very early chance for West Ham to take the lead in this game. And I was thinking, please don't mess this up, Dec. Unfortunately, he hit the post. And I was like, oh. When he did that, I was very frustrated to say the least. Because that was a chance for West Ham to kill off West Brom's game plan with that opening goal. It didn't happen. And from that point onwards, West Ham kind of struggled, because I think West Brom had a really good system in place. Matheus Pereira is their best player. He's been a joy to watch all season. Moved the ball around so nicely from centre mid to the attacking mid zone. West Ham weren't really keeping up with West Brom. Saïd Benrahma forced Sam Johnston to tip the ball over. But West Brom were very good possession-wise, very dominant. Pereira shot off target. You know, it wasn't going to be easy. West Brom weren't making this game easy at all. And things took a turn for the worse on the 25-minute mark. Bit of a fluky goal that West Brom scored to take the lead. Matheus Pereira's corner. It curves awkwardly and it goes straight into the net. It's not really the goalkeeper's fault. I mean, Tomàš Souček was in front of Randolph. Souček got a slight little nudge on the ball, but there was not much really West Ham could do about that. It was just a very awkward goal to concede. But again, not ideal that West Ham were 1-0 down straight away off of that. And it was just such a fluky goal. That's what got me, really, is that it was fortuitous, and it wasn't necessarily a bad one to concede, but it just went in so awkwardly. And it wasn't what I was expecting. It was a shock to West Ham's system. You might have thought it would have kicked West Ham into action. Well, it didn't really, because West Ham didn't really do much in the box. A lot of passing around the ball in the box. And this is what we've seen a lot from Sofal and players like Jesse Lingard recently. They're not taking the chances when they get into the box. Sofal, instead of shooting, likes to pass it across the box. And we're not taking those chances. It was causing productive moves to be undone. And when West Brom got the ball back, they just went in the other way all the time. Ogbonna gave away a free kick close to the area, which the wall blocked. But giving them that kind of possession wasn't good again. A deflected effort went into the path of a West Brom player. I can't remember who it was, but Randolph did excellent to tip that over. And while I talk about this, Darren Randolph had a really good game. Randolph was fantastic. To come in late, unexpectedly like that, and to put in a stellar performance. He made some big saves. That deflected shot that he reacted to was one of those saves. He did really, really well tonight, Randolph. Like I say, he kept West Brom at bay, and West Brom's a team that actually has been punishing opposition for quite a few games, really. Although they are relegated, West Brom has got a lot of good players who punish teams because of their offensive unit. Still think that West Ham didn't really have any end product. Antonio was obsessed with running on the wings and on the side instead of going straight down the middle, and that's not good because he's all over the place and no one's going direct. I will say one thing though, last 5 minutes of that first half, West Ham kicked it up a notch, had more possession of the ball, had more chances, and got rewarded for it, thankfully. After some good West Ham pressure, an equaliser came. Thankfully, it came at a good time just before the half-time whistle went. Better going in 1-1 than it is 1-0 down, of course. The West Brom player heads it away, or at least he tries to, into the path of Saïd Benrahma. He crosses it across the goal, Souček taps it in. Souček gets his 10th of the season. It's unreal that he's a defensive midfielder, yet he's got double digits for the season. All fair play to him, though. It's a good achievement, and it got West Ham back on the board. It was 1-1 at half-time, and I mean, those last 5 minutes were good. They were all right from West Ham. Big improvement to like the opening 30, but still, I would have taken off Jesse Lingard and put on Jarrod Bowen because Lingard was anonymous. Lingard was nowhere to be seen. And he hasn't been anywhere to be seen for the last few games. I thought Fornals was tackling really well and getting the ball back really well. Dawson was being solid. Ogbonna was being solid. We just need to tweak a few things and make the players a bit more alert for the second half. And that would have been key to winning the game. Opening 10 minutes of that second half really were nerve-wracking and very tense. West Brom still pressurising and moving the ball forward a lot, forcing West Ham to defend. West Brom putting a lot of crosses that had to be cleared. It was mainly Craig Dawson, though, that was clearing them away. And he stepped up his game because he was very aware of where the ball was and getting it out to safe areas. I think West Ham were trying a little bit harder to make space for themselves. Souček came close from a corner, but still that second goal wasn't coming. Pereira, again, cutting open the team. He caused a confusion in the box where like 3 West Ham players tried to clear the ball away. Randolph didn't know if he was staying or coming for it, but Dawson ended up sweeping it away. Pereira is a joy to watch. I will say that to any West Brom fans watching this. Pereira's a joy to watch because he's so good on the ball and he caused West Ham a lot of problems, and West Ham were kept on the toes because of Pereira. Really impressive. I thought Conor Gallagher had a good game for West Brom as well. He was good at holding the ball up. Other than that, I think West Ham was struggling to contain West Brom for quite a lot of the opening 15 minutes of that second half. Thankfully, the last half an hour improved. And Jarrod Bowen came on. Saïd Benrahma came off, and I'm not sure why. I would have taken Lingard off personally, like I said. But Bowen on, fresh set of legs, good attacking change. I wanted to see how we'd do in the last half an hour because that is what we needed to do. Go at it for the last 30 minutes. West Ham, again, counter-attack, counter-attack. Good at that, but no end product. Tonio couldn't get on the end of anything. He was far too isolated yet again and closed down all the time. Thankfully, a goal did come. A goal did come with less than 10 minutes to go, and it came from the main man, Angelo Ogbonna. Cresswell puts in a corner. Ogbonna's unmarked. Johnson doesn't even react. Ogbonna heads it down low. It goes into the net. 2-1 to West Ham. And it was like Europe was potentially in the distance at that point. It was a sigh of relief. I had so much nerves and tension built up inside of me. And when Ogbonna scored that, it was a huge sigh of relief. All West Ham had to do now was one of two things. Get a third goal or park the bus. Now, West Ham aren't really a park the bus team to me. Not with David Moyes anyway. We're not like how Everton play with the park the bus system. West Ham needed to get the third goal. They knew that. They knew that. And lo and behold, a third goal did come not too long after going 2-1 up. This time, a counter-attack did work. Conor Gallagher lost the ball. Pablo Fornals retrieved it. Got it to Jesse Lingard. Jesse Lingard considers his options. Does he shoot? Does he pass? Antonio's in a very loose one-on-one with Johnston. Antonio just fires it in. 3-1. Game's killed off. That was the only goal for West Ham that didn't get VAR checked. And it didn't need to. The other two were VAR checked. And those were tense. I might as well add this in because I forgot earlier. The Souček goal, Ben Rama was that much onside and he measured it by half an inch. Ogbonna looked like he'd handballed it into net, but it came off his shoulder area. This Antonio goal was a definite goal. And it was good night Vienna as far as West Ham were concerned. Or maybe it could be hello Vienna. Hello Wien, because, I don't know, maybe an Austrian club is going to be playing in Europe next season. I mean, it's likely, and West Ham could end up getting drawn. It finished 3-1 to the Hammers. Huge sigh of relief going into Sunday. One more point, just one more point will confirm Europa League. But as far as things stand, West Ham can settle for the European Conference League at the absolute bare minimum. Astra Gugu, who you might remember from 5 or 6 years ago, have got relegated from the Romanian League. But if they win the Romanian Cup, they qualify for Europe. I don't know if we're going to meet them again, should that happen. If it does, West Ham Fan TV is going to get a hell of a lot of views when Dom rants. And also, I might have to book my passport to go over to Astra and see what the hype's about. See what goes on over there. See what their football fans are like. This is what excites me about West Ham getting into Europe. I can now go and see them play in some obscure European countries that I may never visit again in my lifetime, as is the case with other fans as well. We could go to places like Kazakhstan, Moldova, Armenia, places like that. And I'm quite interested to do it. I'm looking forward to this European tour. And although it's going to take a 15-hour flight for me from Canada, I'm going to do it. This is the one time us fans can celebrate Europe. And for many, a time to embrace West Ham being in Europe. So let's get those flights booked for next season. Go and watch West Ham play in Europe. It's going to be an absolutely fantastic time. Great memories. The team fully deserves to qualify for Europe. We've come so far from being relegation candidates at the start of the season to defying the odds and making European competition next year. I really, really could not be prouder of this team. So much I want to say, I had to condense all of that down. I am so proud to be a West Ham fan after today. Well done, lads. Absolutely fantastic achievement. Thank you very much for watching the aftermath. Get your passport renewed, get your sunscreen, pack your shorts, and get your suitcase ready. We are going to Europe next season. I'll be joining you all, hopefully. If I can get some flights, I will, fingers crossed, be there amongst the West Ham fans. If you like this video, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe for more content. Final preview and the final aftermath of the season will be regarding the Southampton game on Sunday. I look forward to seeing you all then. Take care for now. I'll see you all soon.